Hi there, this is Reflections by Jane. I've got a card making video for you, and I'm going to be using the Spellbinders stamp and die set of the month, and this one's called Just Because. And the stamps have this gorgeous floral arrangements here, the honey pot, some sentiments, and the coordinating dies are so unique. I love them. They are these two dies here cut out those two. Oh God, I don't know if you can see it. Sorry, take it out of the plastic. Let's see if you can see it. There's two floral arrangements here, and those dies will cut that out, and there's also a die there that will cut out that bee. And you can also use it as a whole. You can use it, stamp it twice, the top and the bottom of a card front. So you could stamp it at the top, turn your cardstock around, and then stamp it on the other side as well. And you've got an instant card front. And then you've got all these elements to decorate. There's two extra bees, a little flower there. Yeah, that you could actually decoupage these up as well if you wanted to. And I think that's so cool. Yeah. So I'm going to be using that. I'm going to be making an A2 size card. So I've got those there, and I've also got some pattern paper, which is from one of the card making kits from last year. I think this one was. It's called Beauties Everywhere, and I've still got quite a few of the pattern papers left. So I've taken a piece of that one there. Yeah, and I will put my card together. So I'm just going to start off by grabbing that black piece there. Just need the ruler out of the way. So I'm going to grab my Misty, or grab my stamp positioner, put it up right up into that corner there, and then I'm going to take this large stamp here, and put it up there as far as I can. Let's have a look. Get it pretty central, and then I'm going to treat my cardstock with some anti-static powder. Going to get rid of any greasy marks off the cardstock so that the embossing powder that I use doesn't stick to places that I don't want it to. Okay, so I'm going to use my Versamark. I think this is getting a bit dry, so I need to re-ink it. I'm just going to go in one more time, light taps of the sticky ink, and go over it again. And hopefully we've got a good impression, which we have. So I don't know whether you can see that. It's a clear ink, like so. Right. Just going to grab I've got a scratch piece of copy paper here. And this is Wow Platinum embossing powder. I've had it for ages. It's one of my favourites, and it is so pretty. I love it. Just going to make sure I've got everything covered where I want it. Yeah. Tap off the excess, and then I'm going to funnel that back in there. top back on. I have then I'm going to heat up my heat tool. This is going to get a bit noisy, so bear with me, but I just need to heat it up. So what I like to do is heat from the bottom first to get the cardstock nice and warm, and then when the heat gun is hot enough, you'll be able to apply it to the cardstock and then watch that heat embossing change. So it goes from a very dull powder to a really shiny platinum finish. It's my absolute favourite. Oh, I've missed a little bit there in the centre of that flower. There we go. Hoping you can see that okay. Really, really pretty. I'll just leave that to one side and let that cool down. Okay. So I've got my tape runner here. This is my spellbinders tape runner, and I've just cut this panel down to, I think it let's just double check, it's 3 3¾ by 2½, and then this is 3 7/8 by 2½. Okay, so I'm just going to apply a bit of double-sided adhesive and then layer this onto the white. And what I'm doing is just leaving a really tiny slender border around the outside, like so, and then I'll do the same on this black cardstock here. So we've now got that slender border around the outside, and then I've got a strip of this gold paper here. I've already put some double-sided adhesive on the back just to save a little bit of time, and then I'm going to line this up with my grid mat, and this will give me that will it will when I line it up with my grid mat, it gives me the grid lines to lay any strips of paper. Now this is very thin paper, this foil. It's not actually cardstock, it's a foil paper, but I've got quite a bit of it that I want to use up, and it has left a line across the centre there. Can you see where the pattern paper joins the heat embossed piece? But that's fine. I've got some twine, some white twine here, and I am going to wrap this around. I think I'm going to tie a bow this side. There we go. Let's pull a good tight knot. And pull a tiny bow there, right, like that. So I'm not going to mess. I don't like messing with bows too much, because once I've got a bow just how I want it, I don't like messing with it because I ruin it then. So right, let's get rid of those. So I've tied the bow. So that's hide that. It's hidden that lip a little bit, shall we say? You know, so that lip that was the join isn't as noticeable. Okay. So I'm just going to grab some foam. I've got some foam tape here. So I'm just going to cover the back of this card panel with some foam. Like so. And it's only, I'm not sure if I've just said that, but oops, it's only 1 millimeter depth. I can't talk today. I don't know what's going on with me, but this is the second time I've tried to film this video, and the first time my camera and microphone weren't playing ball. So, you know, it's been one of them mornings, shall we say, where I probably should have stayed in bed. I'll just put that in there like so. No, don't take the foam tape up. I just want the release paper. Right. Release paper doesn't want to come off today. So I'm just going to grab my card blank, and then I'm going to adhere this as best as I can. Sometimes I find it better to open the card up fully, get the spacing nice and even, run that up, and then sit it on. So you've got an equal border around the outside, or as near as you can, like so. It is a little bit of a gap at the top, but I'm not bothered about that. And I think the shine that comes off that is really, really lovely. Okay, so that's the card already. So we're just going to embellish this really now. So I'll just bring this stamp set back, and I want this honey part. And I'm going to use some Memento because I'm going to use my alcohol markers just to do a little bit of basic colouring. So just give that a minute to let the ink adhere and soak into the cardstock. Should get a nice print. Oh, hello, Pixie. Get down there. Get down. Good girl. Okay, so that's that, and then I'm going to take a couple of these bees and let's put that there and that one there, and then I'm going to take happy birthday, because I think they will look fabulous. Again, just give those a minute to soak into the cardstock. Left a nice space between all of the images. There we go. So then I'm going to grab the dies. And so I need that fella there. I need one of them, one of that one, and I think it's that. Yeah, and it's that one there. So I'm able to cut out the sentiment, the two bees and the honey pot, and I'll be right back once I've sent those through the die cutting machine. Just putting these back on my carrier sheet just so I don't lose the dies. And save that tape because I can use that another time. There we go. So I'm just going to add a little bit of colour to these die cuts. going to add that's all I'm going to add to decorate the card, just a few glossy accents. I'm not going to add any sequins or anything like that. I just don't think that it needs it. So when that dries, it'll dry clear and it'll look like a glass jar. But that's the theory anyway. So yeah, hope you like that one. Thank you so much for looking. I'll give you a quick close up of that, see what you think. I just think it's really pretty. So yeah, thanks so much for watching. Take care of each other and bye for now.